Welcome back to RCOMICS. I put out 2 videos a week. The first video is the poll list. I put that out every Tuesday. The poll list consists of the 7 comic books I'm looking forward to the most this week. I pick up 12 to 20, but these are the 7 comic books that I am most interested in. And then on Saturday, I take the top 3 favorite books of mine from the week and do a quick recap of them and go a little more in depth on the story and what I like. Let's kick this off with the first book of the week, Vader Bill number 3, written and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. Daniel Warren Johnson is one of those rare creators that draws and can write his own book. If you're not familiar with his work, you should really check out Murder Falcon or Wonder Woman Dead Earth. Both are great books and will really give you a taste for what Daniel Warren Johnson has in store for this series. Beta Ray Bill so far started off on kind of the setup and the journey of it. Beta Ray Bill lost the ability to switch back into his Corbinite form when Stormbreaker was shattered by Thor in the Thor series. This series is going to be his journey to finding out how to turn back into his form. He was given information by Odin that the only weapon or the only thing left that could allow him to do that is Surtur's sword, Twilight. Now, Surtur is the main bad in the Beta Ray Bill beginning saga. It's the reason Beta Ray Bill was turned into Beta Ray Bill, and it is his greatest failure and his greatest threat. So this should be an awesome comic series. Again, this is Beta Ray Bill 3 of 5, so I'm hoping that this is going to end great. Maybe, hopefully, we might see another series to follow this up, but I'm really enjoying the Beta Ray Bill and looking forward to Beta Ray Bill 3 by Daniel Warren Johnson. Up next is Maestro War and Pax number 5, written by Peter David, art by Javier Pina and Herman Peralta, cover artist Dal Keown. Maestro has escaped the Pantheon and is now headed back to his home in Pax, but Doom has moved in. How will this end? Will Maestro be able to handle Doom, or who's parading as Doom? In this final issue of the Maestro War and Pax miniseries, this is a great miniseries. Peter David at his Hulk usual best. It is a fantastic read, and I can't wait for the concluding issue. Hopefully this spawns into another mini-series. I mean, I'm not sure why they didn't continue just Maestro ongoing with Peter David, but hey, if they're going to keep giving us it in mini-series form, I'm all for it. Big fan of this mini-series, and hopefully we're getting another one right after it. Next book up, Milestone Returns, Infinite Edition number 0. Writer, Reginald Hudlin. Artist, Various. Cover artist, Dennis Cowan. It's been many years, but they are finally bringing back Milestone Comics. All the legal issues have been set aside, and they are ready to go. They're redoing the origins, and they're calling it the Big Bang. Police brutality and protests gone wrong that changed the face of the city of Dakota forever, by unleashing a wave of superpowers across its population. They're going to be redoing the origins of Static, Hardwire, and Icon and Rocket. While I am looking forward to the new origins, something just doesn't feel quite right. I think they could have taken the original origins and built off of them. They were excellent books back in the 90s, and I think by changing over the origins, you're really wallpapering over a piece of history that you could have used as a building block to make a stronger, more fleshed out Dakota. But I am still very much looking forward to it. Can't wait to see how it goes, and really looking forward to the Icon and Rocket series by Reginald Hudlin coming up in a few months. Nuclear Family number 4 by Stephanie Phillips and Tony Chastain. Nuclear Family is an interesting historical fiction comic that follows the McLean family after the bombs drop. They only were gone for about 15 minutes, but then they start wandering outside and find that 10 years have passed. They get captured by a paranoid military, and they start wandering around trying to escape, and they find some even darker secrets of what the new Milwaukee looks like in the underground. This is an excellent comic so far. Really enjoying the time travel mystery of it all. I can't wait to see how this ends. Spawn 318, written by Todd McFarlane, artist Carlo Barbiere, and cover art Todd McFarlane. The King is Coming, and this is the storyline that will lead directly into Spawn Universe number 1. Spawn Universe is going to launch multiple Spawn titles and Spawn characters, and it's going to be the real start of the Spawn Universe. I can't wait to see what it is. If you haven't been reading, I'd suggest that if you want to go back to the Road to 300 and then read 300 to 318. So that's 296 to 318. It's been an excellent run so far. I've been reading Spawn for a very long time, on and off for years, but this might be one of my favorite runs that they've done on the Spawn story arc. Again, 318 issues is a lot of issues, but if you go back to about 296, I believe that's where the Road 300 starts, and then you read 300 through 318, it'll get you caught up on a good track, and you'll have enough to move forward into the Spawn universe. This looks excellent. Can't can't wait to see how it all shakes out. The Marvels #2, written by Kurt Busiek and artist Yildier Signar. Cover artist Alex Ross. This is a real interesting take on the Marvel universe. There's now an industry of tourism built up around superhero spotting. They use old fantastic cars, and it's a Uber-like experience. It's very interesting, and hopefully we get to watch some cool action from the backseat of the Fantastic Four. Basically, Uber car, they're calling it K-Smosh, something along those lines. But it's a real interesting look so far. It looks like it's going to be an excellent spiritual sequel to Marvel. Can't wait to read Marvel's #2 again by Kurt Busiek, Signar, and Alex Ross. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin #3, writer Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird, and Tom Waltz. Art Ben Bishop, Kevin Eastman. This is a dark reality where there's only one turtle left, and he is the Rogue Ronin. This promises to be a nice setup, promises to move this forward with some allies from the past. This has been a great book that really gives you the down and gritty Turtles that you might have been looking for if you were a fan of the original Turtles run. TMNT's Last Ronin is excellent. It's really got a great feel to it, and I can't wait to see what old allies they're going to bring up from the past to move this forward and to help The Last Ronin finish out the story. Thank you all for listening to the poll list for the week. Those are my top 7. Again, I'm going to go read my stack, and then once I find the top 3 that I like for the week, I'll put up a top 3 video. Please let me know down below what 7 you're looking forward to this week. Like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching RCOMICS.